Is it yummy?
Yeah, yummy. Bumpy,
Wow. Look at the little octopus.
I'm gonna get him wet again.
Coda, I told him to draw on the line, and he drew a bunch of horizontal lines.
Mama, draw a line.
And I guess this is what starting preschool is like. But for me, that's not the hard part about this. What could I have done, you know? It's just like feelings would come up where I'm just like, help. Why does this have to happen, you know? Why does this have to happen to my son? Why? It just goes back to never taking anything for granted. You know, never, not a single thing can be taken for granted. What, buddy?
Can we bring the camera?
Of course.
Okay.
Say good morning, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
You say good morning, Ko?
Good morning. Good morning. I brought my kitty. I brought Chucky. And I brought my kitty.
So it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful... Both times I tried to talk, you guys stepped in front of me. It's a beautiful day here in Kauai, and we're about to head with our friend Amethyst on a North Shore. North Shore adventure. Amethyst. Can you do the amethyst dance? Amethyst. So we're gonna head to Secrets Beach with Amethyst and the kittens. Come here, Ev, you're getting bit by mosquitoes. Come here. So we're about to head out on a big adventure. Because we heard that there are lagoons at this beach. Because you know, all throughout the year, the beaches change. Things are never the same when you go back, if that makes sense. Like, rocks get pushed around and just stuff becomes so different. So we haven't been to this beach in a long time, and I've heard that there's so many mermaid, crystal clear lagoons there right now. And so we gotta go. If there's lagoons, that means that it's kid friendly, and that means that we gotta go. You excited? I'm regretting the muffins I just gave them. They're running in circles. We gotta head to the beach so we can run free. Woo!
We're going to adventure.
Are ventures your favorite? You love ventures. You talk about them every day. Then maybe we'll trim your bangs later. He always tells me he really doesn't want me to cut them. That's why I don't cut them. What about?
Could you my hand the beach so I can get down?
I will definitely hold your hand down to the beach, I promise.
Okay.
Always and forever.
Always forever. And that's forever's name.
Forever's name?
That's ever.
Oh gosh, get your shorts. Don't kick them.
Okay.
Thank you. We've got our trusty, handy dandy Fawn Design backpack, and since we're gonna be doing like a tiny bit of hiking and I have to hold the kids, I'll have to hold Coda and Everly for this one tiny part. So that's why I just brought my smallest towels and like this padeo, this Hawaiian padeo. It's like just a very thin material and you can just roll it up and fit it in the backpack, some applesauce and crackers, and we're good to go. Almost there, bug. We just got to Secrets Beach. Amethyst is over there with her mommy Ashley, and we're about to go hike down to this beautiful lagoony beach. I snagged the best parking. This is like another one of those tourist spots where it's like really difficult to get good parking, but I just came right up to the front and there's the perfect spot right in the front for me. So I'm gonna gather everyone together. We're gonna hop on down and have a beautiful day. You ready, boys?
I don't want my monkey.
Yeah, don't bring monkey. Ready? I gotta put my bathing suit on. Yep, I just put my suit on in a pinch here in the parking lot. Mom life. We found the lagoon. Oh my god. We had to walk pretty far, but thank goodness we kept walking because we found the perfect spot. And there's a spring over there for rinsing, sweet. And then here's another perfect kiddie spot. There's all these little fishies. Yeah, who can make the smallest splash, boys?
Yeah. They have the honey hole. That's the spot.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Hey, where's Evan go? We're fishing. We're fishing. And you're making
No, take your legs out. Come out. No, you want to go under, Coda? 1, 2, 3. Good job. Go under. 2. Mermaid? Are you playing H2O?
Yeah, bye-bye.
Okay, I'm Emma.
I'm Emma.
Are you Ricky?
I'm Ricky. I'm Ricky. Yeah, we're doing that.
They won't let go. They won't let go.
Bumpy,
Wow.
Careful.
Look at the little octopus.
I'm gonna get him wet again.
You're just gonna look at him, okay? Draw a line.
draw a line.
Coda, I told him to draw on the line, and he drew a bunch of horizontal lines.
Mom, I draw a line.
And I guess this is what starting preschool is like.
I tried a line.
Yeah, you did. Good job, everybody. So I think I'm going to be waiting to start homeschooling when I get an iMac computer, which I'm going to do super soon. But I'm going to wait to start the curriculum that I ordered from the Peaceful Preschool. Okay, so I just gave Ever a book because she just keeps ripping the little workbooks off the table. I'm gonna wait to start the Peaceful Preschool until I have an iMac. It's gonna be over here on this island. I'm gonna be all organized and have what I'm doing for the day just on the computer because it is online coursework and I'm not gonna print it out because I'm not gonna waste paper for that. But my mom sent them these little workbooks a little bit ago.
It's green.
Some for numbers and some for spelling. So I thought we would just open those up and start trying to work on those a little bit. We'll get into the real organized homeschooling when I get that iMac computer in a couple weeks.
A tiger. Mama, the monkey one.
Okay, so try to do number 2. Number 2, look, 1, 2. You ready to flip the page code?
Yes. My kitty.
Oh, your kitty.
It rolls fast.
Kitty. Coda never lets go of Kitty. He always holds Kitty. Okay, so number 2. You gonna trace it? Look, mommy show you how to trace it. You try?
Okay.
Try to do it as best as you can.
Mom, I saw monkeys.
Yeah, monkeys. Look, 1, 2 plus 1, 2 is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Mom, could I draw?
Look, you gotta do the pictures, babe, that's in here.
No.
Yeah, you do. You gotta follow the book.
I can 1, 2,
Oh, wow, Coda, those are good lines.
Mom, yes.
So can you try again right here?
Mom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So every time we go to this one beach, we see this same mom and little girl, and they have these blow up animals that my kids always try to take from them. Every time we see them at the beach, my kids are like just trying to get their toys. She goes, girl, they are just $2 at Safeway. So I went to Safeway, I got us some animals. Coda loves these because... Draw the octopus, babe. Here, okay, I'll get you the octopus too. You do. We have skipped to number 8. We want to do octopus because octopuses have 8 legs. Octopi. Look, 8 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Octopus has spots.
But Coda loves these because we've tried so many different life jackets. We've tried that classic yellow life jacket. And then those arm rings, you know, the arm floaties, they don't really work for Coda because they don't fit his smaller sized arms well. They just don't fit them well, and it doesn't work out. So, noodles are great for Coda. Noodles are great for Coda, and then these are great too. He just kind of leans on the neck of the flamingo, and he likes to like hold it with his arms a little bit, and so.
I just hold a flamingo.
Yeah, you love your flamingo. Okay, Coda, which bowl has 2 fish? Which one has 2?
3.
How many fish are in here, Coda?
1, 2. Mom, I have
2 fish?
2 fish. Mom, I have leather. And let's get in the train now. Mom,
How many trains?
3.
Oh, well, yeah, you're kind of right. You're right. There is 3. I'm not gonna let you get away. There are 3. 1, 2, 3.
And let's do the other train.
Okay, you turn it, babe.
Mom, I see leather. Hey, my leather. Mom, I
You got it here.
body leather.
You got it, buddy. And now what about how many kites are there?
Here.
1.
2, 3. Mom, I saw
And what color is that?
yellow,
And what color is that?
red,
And that?
and purple.
Yes.
I saw leathers. Mom,
Those are numbers, baby. This is a numbers book. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Let's stand the bowl now.
Do what now?
Let's do the
Oh,
bowl
tell me
now.
how many balls.
3.
Yes, you're right. Count them.
1, 2, 3.
Totally. Good job. Okay, Kikai. Tell me which one has 3 cupcakes.
1, 2, 3.
Well, that's true, but which one has 3 cupcakes in there?
1, 2, 3.
Good job.
Now,
Birthday cake.
Look at the people.
So the other day we were running, Coda was running a little bit too fast to the beach, and he bumped his head, which happens a lot. I don't really like to talk about it, but I get questions often about Coda's bumps. People are always wondering about Coda's bumps and how he gets his bumps. And I don't really love to talk about it because I just like to keep things positive and not dwell on things that are like negative, and I don't feel like I always have to explain every little thing, but okay. But for those of you who have been following us for a while, you may know this, but maybe some of you that are new don't. But since Coda has arthrogryposis multiplex congenita, which basically just kind of limits his arm range of motion and normal functioning, he can do everything he wants to do in his own way. He's not limited. I let him do everything that my other kids do. He leads a super regular life. A lot of people have different fears about this disability. You know, some people fear their kid being treated differently by peers or judgment from other people, stuff like that. But for me, that's not the hard part about this. He's the smartest, most athletic kid. We have learned to accept and love the limitation. We're gonna always teach him that for himself too. I believe that I was specially chosen to raise my special son. and all the different things that come along with that. And
I don't want to.
there's not a part of it that I don't like. I love the whole experience and all the hardships and everything we've gone through, and it's just like, he's the most amazing thing and the most precious little boy. But the hardest part about the disability by far, which I haven't really opened up about because I don't, you know, like to get too negative or like too deep into things that aren't positive, but it's definitely the fact that he falls a lot more than a regular kid. You know, Coda falls kind of a lot, and it's tricky because, you know, Coda loves to run and he loves to, you know, we don't ever keep in our mind a limitation. Like, that's just not in our consciousness on the daily. So sometimes it's hard to remember or to be extra careful for him. So, you know, of course he scooters with the helmet, but like when he's running and falls, he can't catch himself with his arms. So it's almost like an instinct that he pushes his head like even further into whatever object he's falling into, just like to, it's like an instinct to like catch himself, but it's his head, which is really painful and really dangerous and really scary. And so we've had a number of extremely scary incidences where Coda has hit his head really hard into the concrete or into a rock or into, you know, we've had several different things happen. Tile floors at a Mexican restaurant. Like, we have had so many scary things, but the worst was definitely, he has a scar right here, kind of like his Harry Potter scar, we call it. And he got it from at the taro patch. He was just, you know, kind of you know, we always remind him he has to walk. We're like, Coda, slow down. You're not in a rush. You got this, take your time. But the boy is just like so athletic and so strong and physically capable that he just, sometimes he can't help but go full force at stuff. This one time he fell into a rock, and you know, it's like every time it's so scary when he falls because he will kind of stay on his belly once he's fallen and he's just crying. And so I kind of have to flip him over to reveal whatever damage has happened. And this one time, I kind of have a fear of blood too. Blood is just not for me. I don't like seeing blood, but with my kids, you know, it's like, of course I can deal with it, but I used to get sick over looking at blood. But I turned over and there was like about an inch deep cut.
Goats.
Yeah, goats. An inch deep cut in his forehead. So that was the scariest thing ever. They had to give him like the anesthesia where they are awake but super loopy. That was so scary. Over time, he's, you know, his balance has improved so much and he just gets more and more stable and his core just gets more and more solid. But we still experience those falls sometimes. And, you know, sometimes it's like, I feel like he just has a bruise on his forehead at every moment. And it's the hardest part about this mothering journey for me, is just knowing that there's not really anything I can do to prevent these falls or make them better. I mean, I can't make him wear a helmet all the time. I mean, of course, when he's doing activities like scootering, biking, you know, any athletic things where he could fall and get hurt. Of course he's wearing a helmet, but he has a twin brother. He really thinks they're exactly the same, views them the same just because we all do, you know what I mean? And so it's hard for him to consider his arms all the time. And so I just know as he grows older and he gets more and more solid that the falls are gonna happen less. So yeah, so I won't spend too much time talking about it, but I did just kind of want to let everyone know who's ever messaged me wondering how Coda's gotten certain bruises or wondering why he has bumps on his head a lot of the time. It's because we're just going through this phase of toddlerhood, you know, testing limits, and he's just kind of learning about his condition. And so I just thought I would explain for our newer followers or those that aren't really familiar with Coda's condition, just kind of explain the most difficult part of it. I really see this improving as time goes on and as he grows up. I mean, he has insane balance and really so much core strength, and so that's only gonna just keep developing and keep growing. We have learned to love the condition. I know that sounds crazy, but like, we've learned to see it as something special and unique and something that adds sparkle to Coda and, you know, adds to his spunk and his personality. Like, he's just the coolest little boy ever, and the things he can do will impress you. So, yeah, I hope you guys don't mind me getting a little depressing side. I mean, it is. It's honestly really sad that the falls happen, and it's hard for Coda, and it's really hard for me too. You know, it's like I kind of have to surrender and just realize there's nothing I could do in those moments when he falls, because it's like completely out of the blue. He'll just fall, and you'll just be like, okay, but he'll hit his head on the ground, and it's just like, what could I have done? You know, it's just like feelings that come up where I'm just like, help, why does this have to happen? You know, why does this have to happen to my son? Why? But then it all comes back to being extremely grateful that he has arms and legs and a beautiful brain, and it just goes back to never taking anything for granted. You know, never, not a single thing can be taken for granted. And so I'm so grateful for my kids and their health, and yeah, I just thought I would explain that. But in other news, I am craving black bean burgers, and I have all the stuff to make super yummy black bean burgers. So that's what I'm gonna be making today. It's still really early though, it's 9 o'clock in the morning, so I'm gonna make some black bean burgers for lunch. We love this toy so much. They play with it for so long, just shooting the cars back and forth. Wow. Look, everyone wants to put these big cars on here, but they don't fit, Mom. Anyone have to go potty? Nope. Handy dandy living room toilet. We currently have all the children going to the bathroom here in the living room. Very convenient. Even Everly. Everly too, because she's really interested, so why not? Okay, so now it is a little bit later, and Everly took a really good nap. And now what time is it?
Your birthday.
No, it's lunchtime. My birthday. So today I'm gonna be making veggie burgers, and this is a super affordable plant-based dinner with a base of beans. I like to use black beans and pinto beans, and that's something that I feel like a lot of us already have on hand, you know, canned beans. You can use whatever beans you like, kidney beans. Kidney beans! I wish I could add corn today, but I forgot to get them at the, I forgot to get some corn at the store. He just keeps saying kitty beans. I forgot to get corn at the store, but it's a really good texture added to it to have a little corn popper crunch. I'm gonna grate up some carrot and some broccoli and then add it with the beans. And then it's a super simple, delicious, cheap, plant-based recipe. Okay, so now I just grated up 1 carrot and 1 head of broccoli, and here's the mix of pinto and black beans. So I'm just going to combine them, and then this is where the meaty part comes in. So we can add any flavors we want, but in my opinion, the most meaty flavors are Worcestershire sauce and like some chili powder, some mustard powder, yeah, some like liquid smoke kind of vibe, but the beans are so jam-packed full of protein, so this is such a healthy recipe. So this is the black bean burger mix before you make it into patties. And these are the seasonings that I used. So just some black pepper, onion powder, mustard seed powder, Himalayan salt, Worcestershire sauce, and barbecue sauce. Those should be really delicious on a bun with some vegan cheese or some normal cheese. Delicious. Okay, so here are KK and Koda's black bean burgers. I just put some ketchup, mustard, and relish. There's some cheese on their burger. And then some lettuce. They're gonna love this. I'm still deciding if I wanna put my burger in a salad or have it on a bun. Is it yummy?
Yeah.
How you doing, Code? Woo! Do you love that, Coda?
Another song. Twinkle, little star, I wonder what you are. Papa would say hi, what the sun in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, I wonder what you are. Papa would so high, like the diamond in the sky. How about the T-Rex one?
What's the T-Rex one?
Okay. Mom!
Look, everyone wants to sing too.
It tastes yummy, yummy in my tummy. Mama, how about pizza one?
Eating ever, yes, ever. Open your mouth, open your mouth. Open your mouth. You're so cute. So the veggie burgers were really good, but they were a little bit fall aparty. So I ended up adding a little bit of almond flour, and that kind of helped them to be more solid. But I haven't perfected that recipe. I didn't even really follow a recipe, just, you know, beans, the vegetables I wanted, and the seasonings I wanted. But the almond flour was really helpful for it to not just fall apart. Because that's kind of a problem with veggie burgers. But taste was on point. We've had a really nuts morning because the sink actually broke. Like, it basically, none of the water was going down, and it was clogged, the water wasn't going down, and so then I just had to run out to Ace Hardware and get a couple of parts for Naya to fix it, but it's all good now. But it was like a nightmare because I couldn't wash any dishes, and I don't like having dirty dishes at all. Since we moved in this house, I'm like so on it. Every time there's something dirty, I clean it, so it was kind of weird to have the sink broken for a night. But now I can clean again, so we're all good. So by the time you'll be watching this, it'll be Mother's Day. So I just want to take a moment to honor all of the mothers, all of the mamas to be, all of the women who want to be mamas. I just want to honor all of the women. I feel like this is just a great day to love on the women and the mothers around you. Being a mother is the greatest gift and blessing, and I never ever want to take it for granted. It's magical, it's hard, but it's amazing.
Mommy bake.
We're doing it, mamas, we're doing it. Together, we're doing it. But that's pretty much it for today's vlog. I hope you guys liked it and kind of understand why I decided to open up about Coda and just like bumps and him falling, and the hardest part about this particular journey for me. Once again, comments are disabled because YouTube's a silly. So definitely go visit us on Instagram if you want to chat with us or leave a comment about this vlog or anything. Really love to chat with you guys and connect on there. So check us out at Sparkly Twins Forever. I love and appreciate that there's so many different types of people on here, and I've been so grateful to speak with NICU nurses and those that have arthrorhynchosis and those that know and those that have great friends and family with arthrorhynchosis, and it's really given me another level of comfort and, you know, a sense of community, because sometimes I do feel like isolated and like there's no one that I can really talk to that understands about the condition. So it's meant so much to me to speak with those of you that have experience with it in any way that you do, and just everyone else who has thoughts to share and ideas. I really appreciate it so, so much. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you later.